It's me, Roger. I'm back to make a little video where I reveal all my little secrets. Do you have clean hands? Are you subscribed? Then let's not waste any more time. Let's go. Today, we are going to make small braids for breakfast. So for that, we will need type 450 white flour for France, which is commonly used in baking. Flour for Switzerland, which is a staple ingredient in many recipes. Approximately 2.5 dl of milk, 1 fresh egg, 25 gram of fresh yeast, 10 gram of salt, and 80 gram of unsalted butter. So we will put all of the ingredients into the mixer. We start with the flour. The process begins with gathering the essential ingredients, which include milk, egg, and yeast. These ingredients are carefully measured and prepared before being placed into the machine. Once inside the machine, the ingredients are subjected to a gentle mixing process. The machine operates at a low speed to ensure that the mixture is thoroughly combined without overworking the ingredients. This initial mixing phase is crucial as it allows the ingredients to blend harmoniously, setting the foundation for the subsequent steps in the recipe. The entire mixing process at this stage takes approximately 1 minute, during which the machine's consistent low-speed operation ensures optimal results. After a brief moment, which is about 60 seconds, we will then proceed to incorporate the butter into the mixture. Then the salt. And we will let it mix for a total of 6 minutes, which is a sufficient amount of time to ensure everything is thoroughly combined, still at the same consistent speed as before. I will be back shortly to check on the progress and see how everything is coming together. I'll see you in a moment. There you go. Our first 6 minutes are up. Now, we will set it for 4 minutes. At a speed 3 times faster than the first. It is important to follow the time. I'll see you in less than 4 minutes. So there you go. Our 4 minutes are up. I am going to retrieve my dough. This one should indeed be just a little bit firmer than a dough for pastry actually. And now, I will carefully and meticulously make small pieces, each weighing precisely about 5 grams, to create my small 13 portions that I can either freeze for future use or immediate enjoyment. There are several different ways to do them. Either I shape them carefully and put them directly into the refrigerator until the next morning when I plan to cook them, or alternatively, I can cook them and then put them into the freezer, wrapped securely in this water, once they are cooked, which I can conveniently take out approximately 20 minutes before breakfast. Or there is a third technique that I will show you later. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have a small piece left that I will share a little bit everywhere. And here are our dough pieces. Now that our dough pieces are carefully weighed, we will move on to shaping. I just want to clarify that the braid dough should not be allowed to rise before shaping it. So we are just going to make small logs like this. I'm already showing you this right here. We stretch them to approximately, you see the distance, approximately about 40 centimeters, like we comes to fold and become a valued and integral part of the team. From underneath we go over like this. We turn once more and we place the dough back underneath. So I'll show you once from above. We carefully and gently stretch the dough. We very carefully fold it 2/3. We very gently place this little piece underneath. We take the remaining end. We pass it back through the loop. We turn it into a figure 8 and bring out what remains. There you go. Now indeed our 9 little braids are indeed ready. All that's left is to glaze them. So, the glazing is done with an egg. I want to clarify one thing. It's not the yolk that makes it shine, but the white, the yolk. On the other hand, will give color. So we glaze each one thoroughly and carefully well once, and then we will let them rest uncovered for about half an hour. Approximately half an hour later, we will give a second layer of glaze, as the first will have dried. We will glaze them a second time to ensure a glossy and appealing finish, so that they are really shiny after the baking process is complete in the hot oven. So, in my glaze, just a little clarification. When I cracked my egg, I added a tiny bit of a small pinch of salt, which dissolves the white, and just a little bit more, a small pinch of sugar. Then I mixed everything well with a fork, and there you go. All that's left is to wait for a bit. Here are my braids. They have now risen. I preheated my oven to 190, 180 degrees, and with convection heat, I will bake them for about 25 to 30 minutes. Every oven is different. You need to monitor the cooking, because it can vary from one oven to another. And one very important thing as well, especially do not add steam. Do not add steam or any other form of moisture, especially make sure to respect that, as it is crucial for the process. After approximately 30 minutes of baking, to achieve the desired texture and flavor. Here are my adorable and intricate little braids that are beautifully crafted and perfectly styled and ready. The recipe: 550 gram of white flour, 250 gram of cold milk, 1 egg, 10 gram of sugar, 80 gram of butter, 30 gram of yeast, 100 gram of fermented dough, 10 gram of salt. The small tests are ready. 80 grams of butter, 30 gram of yeast, 1 g of fermented dough, 10 gram of salt, 12-13. All that's left is to let them cool. So here we are. Our 9 little braids are ready. They are now cold. I just have to simply wrap them. I carefully wrap them in cling film, and then I freeze them. And then, when I need them, I take them out of the freezer. In general, typically, you will find that there are usually 2 primary methods to effectively thaw them, which are commonly used. That is to say, once thawed in the refrigerator overnight, you take them out in the morning when you wake up, remove the cling film, and let them thaw gently and naturally in the air at room temperature. 20 minutes, half an hour, and then it's good to eat. Or, if you're in a hurry when you wake up in the morning, you take them out the night before going to bed. You very carefully remove the salt, and then you simply wrap them gently in a kitchen cloth and leave them on your kitchen table for a few hours until breakfast time. And it's just like magic, as if they were made overnight. I had mentioned another technique, but it is a little bit more delicate, meaning you make your braids in the evening, and once they are shaped, you put them directly into the refrigerator. When you get up in the morning, you preheat your oven and put them directly from the refrigerator into the oven to ensure they are cooked evenly and thoroughly. This step is crucial for achieving the best results and maintaining the desired texture and flavor. But this method requires you to get up earlier in the morning, and in order to successfully and effectively do so, you need to ensure that you have enough space available. Among other things, this is crucial. So the key points to remember in this recipe are that you should use milk straight from the fridge, and the butter can also come out of the fridge, so as not to heat the dough. A dough should not heat while being kneaded. The ideal temperature of a dough, once it comes out of the mixer, is about 5 degrees C. So for that, we will use cold milk. Next, do not forget that the yeast should not come into contact with salt, sugar or fat. This is very important, which is why we add it in several stages. After that, for the braids, once your dough is made, you need to shape it immediately. Next, don't forget to egg wash them a second time, otherwise they might still be a bit dull, and the baking is done without steam. I have absolutely no idea. No need for any steam at all. That way they will develop better. There you go. I wish you a good appetite and see you soon for the next video. I hope you enjoyed this video. Now you know how to make it. Go ahead. Just do it. It's really not very difficult. And I'll see you soon enough for sure in the next video. Goodbye. Don't forget to give a thumbs up and please subscribe, share my videos. If you enjoyed this video, and thank you for leaving a comment.